my god, look at my hairline.
You'll see us.
My hairline is like... It is actually like the dark... I guess it's just the shading and the shadow.
Yeah, I mean, the lights are shining straight down, and you do shave frequently.
Well, not as frequently as before. I've encountered a lot of positive feedback with scruff lately, both professionally and personally.
Professional scruff feedback?
Well, as you know, I'm an educator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also 30 years old. And as you also know, when I shave, I look like a little baby boy. And that's not very good when you want to have a measure of authority as a young, small man, as I am. So I decided to just let the scruff grow. And it didn't actually help anything because the kids already know me. But yeah. I look more professional. I look older.
And so it's not technically more professional, but by virtue of making you look older, professionalism can come with age, and so
people can assume I'm professional because I look older. I'm not actually changing my behavior, which
now if you already have
is not open for discussion.
If you already have facial like a firm facial hair style, and then the rest of it gets scruffy, then you just look unkempt. So if you're clean shaven and then you let everything equally get a little scruffy, that's a good scruff look. But you can't have a lot of hair in one place and then scruff around it.
Now, if you have a lot of muscles and a mustache, would you be buff and scruff?
Only if you have not recently shaven the areas around your mustache.
Well, that's the idea. It's like you spend so much time getting buff, you haven't had as much time to devote to your shaving regimen. So you've had a mustache, ideally, since the start of your practice. And then in the process of getting buff, you do shave because it can't be a full-on beard. It's got to be scruff. But you're limiting yourself to, instead of once or twice a week, once or twice a week, it's like now once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Or like you don't want to create a mess and have the extra cleanup of like shaving cream and a razor. So you just get one of those close beard trimmers that are electric that you don't need to clean. You just go across your face and it makes it shorter. So that way you have the same level of scruff every day, but it also doesn't take nearly as long as straight shaving.
Now I wonder, I've considered purchasing this apparatus you're talking about.
Yeah.
The beard trimmer. For my whole, as I still don't want to, the bald is staying. It's pretty much permanent. How much I let it grow in and around it, depends on the look I'm going for, my outfits, what I have, whatever fashions I trend toward as I grow more mature. But the hair will come and will go. But I like to have more options of leaving it in than just sort of full burn. Here comes the baby. Because I'm not a baby anymore. I'm a 30-year-old man. I have my own income. I pay my own rent. I take care of an animal. I should weather it on my face.
Yeah, I think so. So the things, you don't want to spend too much on them because you don't really need to spend. There's too much high-dollar shaving equipment out there.
And we're not sponsored by any of them.
No. Well, all you need, so you don't need a wireless charging brush, because when are you going to need to be on the go, away from an outlet? Oh, I'm camping, but I need to quickly groom myself to upkeep my high maintenance style. No, you don't need that.
No. Not unless you're glamping. And if you are glamping,
well, more power to you, but this is not for that. You need a utilitarian item to keep you at a consistent level of scruff, but you're not picky about it.
Like a multi-tool?
Well, what you need is some good old-fashioned plug-into-the-wall hair clippers. And so I used to be confused about this, and if you were confused about this too, call in and talk about your hair grooming confusion. But...
And if you have a confusing story about hair care, 713-807-1794. We love to take your calls.
We love them.
You don't have that much time left to call in because we've already lost 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Today you have 55 minutes to call in.
That's not that much time to call in.
No,
at
it's
all.
not.
55 minutes. What if your phone needs to reboot? before you call.
That could take at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, and then there you've lost 30 seconds. We won't shut up. Like, we're gonna keep talking this whole episode.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be eventually hard to interrupt us.
It's already hard to interrupt us.
I know, because
you can try.
We will ignore you. We will ignore each other and still talk. We'll talk over you and each other at the same time because we're experts at it.
All right. But what you need, back to the grooming.
Oh, and welcome to Space City Chronicles.
And welcome to Space City Chronicles, yes.
Let's just go back to this. I'm fascinated with this.
Back to the grooming. So what you need is hair clippers, because hair clippers are designed
Get into the groom.
Let me show you some moves.
To shave your face, yeah.
Exactly.
Get into the groom.
Let me show you some moves to take the hair off your face.
No, that's too many syllables.
Okay. So, the hair clippers, you can adjust it so that the vibrating razor is mere millimeters from the comb that's built onto it, and you can have longer combs.
Okay.
So if you have hair like this, you can clip your back and sides of your hair to, like, still puffy, combable levels with just a clipper. And if you wanted to maintain the level of scruff that you have on your face right now, you can do that with the clippers as well.
Okay.
You can do everything from giving yourself a haircut to styling a beard with it, and it costs $20 and lasts forever. Or less, if depending on where you get it.
Well, I mean, if like a one-time fee of $20 is pretty good for me.
Yeah, and it's, it always works as long as it's plugged into a wall. You don't have to worry about a battery going out. Those blades are going to be sharp forever. And if somehow they get dull or rusty, you just unscrew the screws and put a new blade on there, which costs like 50 cents.
Now, what is this magical invention called again?
Hair clippers.
Just hair clippers?
Just hair clippers. It's the thing that hair salons will use when they want to cut off a lot of hair at once at like the same length. Or they'll just take more time with different combs for different lengths for more style. But the point is, it gets a lot of hair off fast. And easily, without a lot of snip, 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 comb. You just go and it's off.
I'll be like, I spend anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes sort of eviscerating this.
Yeah.
Not at this length. At this length, it would take me about 10 minutes. But I never, like, this is starting to get to the golden length. This is like the foundations of something good.
Yeah. So this, with the golden length, we're talking like 2 minutes a day of just maintenance buzzing to keep that length where you like it.
I like the way it looks when it grows in a little bit.
Yeah.
I like the anticipation of, like, he's going to be a handsome man in a few days. And then pinching my own cheek, giving myself a kiss in the mirror, and then saying my affirmations, which if I did that every day, I'd feel so much better about myself. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That would be so easy. All right, you know what? Call in 713-807-1794 if you're out there watching. Tell us what you do to feel beautiful. Affirmations that you say, things like that. We got a real loose show.
We got some surprises in store.
One of those surprises was gonna be puppets, but I forgot to bring them.
Yeah.
So that's why we did, like, that was our puppet. That was the routine the puppets would have done.
Yeah.
But we just did it. Because we could deliver it just as good as, if not better than the puppets. 713-807-1794. If you are a puppet and you want to call in and be aggressive about our commentary just there, call us up. Hit us up at Space City Cron. You got a limited amount of time to do that because the internet is shutting down at 9 o'clock like it does every night. So you can go to bed. Oh, absolutely. My God. So many people stay up late watching our show when they should be getting to bed.
Yeah.
It's like, I know our show is great, and I know it's really fun to watch, but, like, guys, if you just, like, people at home, if you watch, you're going to get revved up from all the laughter. You're not going to be able to go to bed at your bedtime. That's why the internet has to go off, so you can go and you read a book.
That's right.
Maybe
if it's a book on your phone, make sure your phone is in sleep mode so the screen is removing the keep you awake bands of light. So you can fall asleep a little more naturally.
Or better yet, keep your phone out of your bedroom. Yeah. Beds are for sleeping and sex.
Keep your food out of your bedroom, too.
Yeah, unless you're using it for sex.
Exactly.
In this case, change your sheets.
Yeah.
You don't need to sleep on
even if you're not having sex on them.
Well, I always like when I'm not
Unless
being
you're into
lazy.
that.
Like, I will change the sheets after sex,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes it's more practical.
I mean, like, you know, you don't have to do it right away because you're obviously not going to be, you're not going to want to do much. You're going to want to sleep.
Well, no, but I will, like...
The next day, change them.
When I say after, I'm not like, it's okay,
Yeah,
get out of
not
bed,
immediately
get
after.
out of bed.
Like,
No, the sheets
it
are
has
disgusting.
happened,
What we
that
did was
moves-
foul. No, I'm not like that.
Oh, that reminds me of a Norm Macdonald joke.
That reminds me of a time growing up when I went to confession right before I got confirmed.
Oh, yeah?
Now, before I tell this story, which I won't tell, you should know that in the Catholic Church, masturbation is a mortal sin.
Mortal.
Mortal. And I found that out because I went to a church retreat, and I was like, I thought I was all good on the abstinence thing because I was 13 and no one liked me, like at all. Like I didn't have any friends. I was pretty abhorrent socially. I was like, I'm good on the abstinence thing. Yeah, we may not even be talking about marriage at all. But like I figured it out. I got the loophole. We're good. Don't worry. And then I was reading through a pamphlet of all the sins. I was like, did that. Duh, of course, because I was a very poorly behaved child. Mm-hmm. But like when you're a kid, you don't really deal with mortal sins. You deal with venial stuff because a child can't defy God unless it's really petulant. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, I was petulant, but I was like I'm not able to commit blasphemy. I don't know any better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
you
then,
don't know any better.
I stumble, number like 36 in the checklist. Am I guilty of the mortal sin of masturbation? I was like, what? Hold up. Excuse you? What's wrong with that? And then I read through a bunch of Catholic literature about it. I was like, well, I better go to confession. And that was a very unpleasant conversation for the priest.
I mean, if I feel
Should I
like
have told that on air? I don't know.
the thing that befuddles me, if the priest is upset about that, then they shouldn't have made it a thing that you're supposed to confess.
Well,
because it's also a thing which a large majority of people have the urge to do at some point in their life. Not everybody has this urge, but enough people do that the Catholic Church should know it's coming if it's a sin that they want to confess. That's what I'm saying.
Word choice. But anyway, I've never been to an all-boys Catholic school. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never physically been inside one, but from what I've heard tell, that is something that is not in short supply. Because you just get all boys together, they're going to be gross.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say about that, because it's, this is already an uncomfortable topic of conversation for a public access show before 10 p.m. But we can acknowledge that these things exist, and we can talk about them. We just can't describe them, which I'm fine not doing.
Yeah. No need to describe how it works or why we do it.
No, if you want to, if you're curious about it, it exists on the internet. There's plenty of help. There's definitely plenty of helpful resources that are not tawdry or exploitative. That are just earnest, educational pieces.
But don't read it after 9 p.m. because you should be going to bed.
You should be going to bed. The internet is shut down. Get a book. Read to your significant other or your children. I mean, come on.
Or your dogs.
Definitely read to your dogs.
And your cats.
These pugs love it when we curl up for story time.
By the way, if you can have any information for these pugs or that you recognize them as your long-lost pugs, please come pick them up. They've been here for months.
We left them here for HMS inventory. HMS did inventory. It was like, hey, do you know about these pugs? Because they're not our pugs. So we have official word from HMS. Not our pugs. Mm-mm. So they gotta go.
And they're not dead because sometimes they're here and sometimes they're not.
Yeah. So they're coming back. They're locally. They're pretty much local to this building. They stick around here.
Yeah.
But they're not ours. But they only come on screen for us.
So last night, speaking of local but not mine, last night I came home from a bike ride to find 2 fluffy cats in my yard.
Yeah?
And they were not running away. They're not skittish, but they just kind of sat there like, something's happening over here. This is mildly interesting. Let's stick around and see what happens. Right? And so they did not... They allowed us to approach them. We approached them gently and cautiously, and they did not mind. And then we saw collars and tags. They moved around a little bit, but they weren't running away. They let us look at the collars and the tags.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a phone number. We call the phone number because if there's a cat in your yard that's not yours, you've never seen it before, and it has tags and a phone number on said tags, you want to make sure that that cat is home, or at least the owners know where it is. The cats are not looking for it. Because I've seen a lot of lost cat. There's a really cute cat that's apparently been lost, which is very sad. It's a Bengal, and its name was... Oh, no, I forgot what its name was because it was so cute. But anyway, there's lost cats posters. So I called the owner, and I left a message. They called back a few minutes later, like, "Hey, man, you the person who called about the cats?" Very nonchalantly. I was like, "Oh, yeah. So we found them in the yard, and we just want to know what's up." He's like, "Yeah, no, it's cool." And I was like, "Oh, so like they're outside cats?" It's like, "Yeah, they come and go." Like, that is what you should lead with: is, "Hey, it's returning your call. These are outside cats that come and go as they please, so don't worry about it." But instead, he was like, "Yeah, it's cool." I'm like, what's cool? That your cats ran away? I mean, he was as nonchalant as his cats, which made sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of nonchalantness about. And these fluffy kitties were just hanging out, which was a pleasure. And their names were, one of them was named Waylon. And the other one was named Toby.
Waylon and Toby.
Waylon and Toby.
So Toby does not the Bengal. Which one was the Bengal cat?
The Bengal was neither of these. The Bengal was actually a lost cat with flyers around the neighborhood.
Oh, okay, but you were trying to see if whether these two cats was that cat.
Right, and I saw that they weren't, but that they did have an owner.
All right.
And cats you don't know in your yard clearly with owners, you gotta know. So the cats are named Waylon and Toby, and I'm thinking, Waylon Jennings? Probably. Toby Keith? Probably. Probably a country fan who owns cats.
Waylon and Toby.
Waylon and Toby. Good names for cats, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they're good names.
Yeah.
Toby Keith isn't a good person.
No, he's not.
I'll stick a boot in your ass for the red, white, and blue. That's one of his songs.
That's one of those things where I know it's not satire, but it would be great satire.
Well, that was... Yeah, it would be great satire if it wasn't so freaking earnest.
Yeah.
It's very earnest. Like, this is... He really wanted to go put, like, he wanted a camo sleeveless vest and wraparound shades and a cowboy hat, and he wanted to parachute in Afghanistan and find someone and put his boot up their butt for the red, white, and blue. Which is an act of state violence.
Yeah.
He's glorifying acts of violence, of like international acts of unilateral acts of aggression committed by an overzealous, overfunded military and like murder squad, and he's just like, I want to give you my boot and put it up someone's ass. Like, that's just, not only is that not helpful,
no,
it's insensitive. It's definitely racist. Because you know who he was. Like, he's not threatening a Clive Bundy, or what's his face, the one that was in the Waffle House. He's not threatening them, because they're committing acts of violence against the state too, against the United States. These people who commit these horrific acts of violence on our own shores. Now, he's speaking specifically about going overseas into Afghanistan, where he will find apparently just anybody and stick a boot up their ass for the red, white, and blue.
Not great. Not great.
No.
Well, folks,
We got a musical guest.
we do have a musical guest.
Me.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's about that time, don't you think? All right, folks. Our intrepid host here is going to serenade us with a song. We will be hearing from it. And after the song, we've got an instructional segment about how to start a variety of cars. So if you're wondering how to start a car, your your friend's car, any number of cars. We're going to learn how to start them coming up after the musical break.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do it over here. Now, when I was young, I had a band called 3 Aspirin, which was the garage punk band that I had. It was me and my cousin and my brother.
Yeah.
We did a lot of songs.
Yes.
I'm gonna perform some of those for you now, but I don't remember how they go, so I'm gonna listen to them and then play along.
Okay. Sounds good. And speaking of bands, if you'd like to perform on the show, you are too late because next week is our last episode.
Well, we have a musical guest booked next week too, so
we do.
Yeah, we're like books out. Like you lost your chance, but if you want us to come film you and interview you, we're still gonna do that.
Yeah, Space City Chronicles as a creative production will continue on. So live in studio, no, but filmed elsewhere and maybe live on stage, absolutely. So you won't be seeing the last of us, I hope. But yeah, tune in next week. The musical guest is Bernie Pink, Houston's own. Most of the people here are Houston's own, but you get the idea.
We've only had like 1 or 2 out of town. We've had like 2 out of town musical guests. They were both pretty brilliant.
Alright, what song are you performing for us?
I don't remember what any of these are called.
Great. Well, you can name it after you play it.
Hold on. This file type is unsupported. This open with. Okay, so that's not gonna work. So I have to perform these off the dome.
Off the dome.
This one's called Dan. And if I could get the house music, if we could cut the house music, please. All right. So this is Dan. It's originally by composition by my band 3 Aspirin. We wrote this when I was 13. So here goes. Change. Yeah, that was Dan. I got another one real quick.
All right.
This is a cover.
Okay.
You don't know why. Yeah, that's my Napalm Death cover. I do it all the time.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I like Dan was very very emotive. I liked it. My favorite part of the song was when you said the lyric, "Hold on, there's a chord change."
Mm-hmm.
Now that's one of my favorite things in music is when the musician tells you what they're about to do, or what they've just done in the song.
Mm-hmm.
So like any like soul or classic soul song. So like, take it to the bridge.
Yeah.
And then they take it to the bridge. I'm like, oh, thanks for letting me know, because that change would have been a little off-putting. Or like, Tenacious D's Car Chase City. Jack Black sings, now it's getting hairy, so we're changing the key. And I'm like, oh, that's what you did. Okay, great. I mean, now I know a little bit more about music because I heard it and then it was explained. So I appreciated that lyric. It was, I think, a great addition.
Yeah, well, that was a modern... I added that just then. So that's the first time that version of this... Like, I didn't perform... This is a new arrangement.
Yeah, a new arrangement only for Space City Chronicles.
For banjo. Like, because it was performed on just drums and chanting.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't have drums.
Oh.
So I just had the banjo.
Rhythmic banjo playing, yeah.
So it's the same chord, though. Because it's just the same drum.
Yeah, so, like... Yeah. Because the banjo is literally a drum.
Yeah, it's a percussion instrument.
Yeah. And if you didn't know that, then now you know.
If you don't know, now you do. Which is a famous song lyric from Biggie
Notorious
Smalls.
Big VHE.
Yeah.
Which I know because Houston comedian Gabe Bravo uses that in one of his jokes.
You should just listen to the music. I mean, it's kind of... It's very overplayed, and it shouldn't be the first and last stop for hip-hop, but... You made good music.
Yeah.
It's just that there's also a lot more of it that was made before and after that you should also listen to so you understand, like, the context of why he's so good. Because a lot of people, if they don't know, like, what makes a good rapper, they go there and it's like, he's good, but then that's like, they start and stop there, and it's like, he's not the only thing. And he's not even necessarily the best anymore. There's been a lot, no slight on him, but, like, part of the game of rap is always one-upping and getting better, or doing things differently.
Yeah.
It's very the taste change over time and what makes the music, like, as everything does. Like, nothing stays static.
Nope.
So you should listen though.
Yeah.
Listen to how he says words. It's really the characteristic that you need to pay attention to the most. It's how he says his words.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'll have another one of those. For sure, but if...
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I guess we still have time for one more question in the interview before we get to how to start a car.
Okay.
I can't stay here for the question, though, but you have time to ask it. I have to go set up for the next bit.
Gotcha.
So, you can go ahead and still ask your question, though. But don't mind me.
All right. So the question that I would like to ask is this. This?
And now, an informative segment on how to start a car with Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever tried to start a car and thought to yourselves, I don't know how to start a car? Well, I'm here to answer that very important quandary and educate you on the various methods that you can use to start a car. So, first order of business is you get a car. Now, this car could be a gift. You give it to you from your parents. Could be your friend's car that you're borrowing. You could have bought this car at a car dealership. You could have gotten it from some other means that I won't mention. There's a lot of ways of getting a car. Once you get a car, you walk up to the car, keys in hand. So let's assume it's a car where you have to use the key to open it, either by turning the key in the door or by beeping it open. So you do one of those two options. You open the door, you remove the D from the seat, as we know all cars have, and you have the seat. Now this is the driving in North America demonstration. Tune in next week for the driving in some parts of Europe and Asia demonstration. Now, you're in your car, you're ready to start it. Well, how do you do it? What you want to look for, especially on cars, let's say pre-2010, so you want to look for the ignition hole for the key near the steering wheel. It's going to be, here you're at 10 and 2, or maybe you're at 9 and 3. These are good positions. 11 and 1 is not a good position, but if you're at 10 and 2 or 9 and 3, you're good to go. Now, you'll take your 3 hand and just look a little over past the wheel. Now, at this point, your car shouldn't be moving, and if it is, then skip all of this and go to how you drive your car instructions. Now, you'll see your keyhole here. You insert, and then you twist. Now, you want to twist all the way until you can't twist no more, and you'll start to hear the car revving and the ignition going. And then you're good to go. But let's say you have remote keyless entry. Then in that case, you will need to step on the brake and hit the on-off button that's in the same location that the ignition hole was in the other cars. Once you've done that, you should hear the same ignition and engine revving. Now let's say you've got an even fancier car. There's going to be a button on your remote that you can hit before you even get in your car. You could be inside your house and turn on your car completely, let the engine run, the AC go, before you're even in your car. So really it just depends on what kind of car you have and the kind of ignition you have. And then what you're going to want to do is, before you strap in your seatbelt, check to see what brand your seatbelt is. Because not every seatbelt is made equal, and some of them might kill you. What you want to look for is the Easy Belt seatbelt in your car. And if you don't have one, run out right now and buy an Easy Belt seatbelt for your car, because I guarantee it'll save your life more than the other seatbelts. You only have one life to give. Why not give it to an Easy Belt? Now, you've got your patented Easy Belt seatbelt plugged into the car. You are ready to go. Now, you can feel confident driving in style because your Easy Belt brand seatbelt is protecting you. You can swerve hard. You can accelerate unreasonably fast. You can crash into just about anything you want as long as you're wearing your Easy Belt brand seatbelt. And I highly recommend, nay, I command you to buy your Easy Belt brand seatbelt, because I'll be honest, I'm getting paid to endorse them, and boy do I want that endorsement money. So, Easy Belt brand seatbelt, spelled E.
Oh God,
Z
Ryan!
B
Ryan!
L-T.
Ryan!
Give me your money.
Ryan!
What?
Stop!
Stop what? I'm teaching them how
Do you
to...
not see the major violation alert?
Oh, no, I didn't.
We've never gotten a major violation alert. You just got us our first major violation alert.
What does that mean?
You can't sell anything on the show. This is a non-commercial station. This is a non-commercial show. We've been adamant about that since before day one. We're not here to sell anything. We're here to make public access art. We can't make. We can make money and have sponsorships, but we can't tell people to buy them. You sold our soul, so you could get easy seatbelt money, and you didn't even cut me in. And that's what I'm the most mad about. Because I wanted those millions of dollars too, Ryan. Or how much did they pay you?
$2.
One of those dollars should have been mine.
Well, maybe none of it's gonna be ours after this.
After taxes.
After the extension. This is not good.
This is horrible.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was thinking. I just thought, hey, I like money.
Yeah, and
they want to give it to me. I have a TV show.
Well, it would have been fine if all you'd been said is like, I'm using an easy belt.
Oh god. No, they paid me to say you need to buy it.
Which you should have.
I command you to buy it. Oh.
All you would have had to do.
Which, by the way, I command you to buy it.
Stop.
No.
Just stop. You're gonna get us into more trouble.
It's just.
No,
it's
you
just
still.
A reflex.
You're not $2. You have a job that pays you more than $2.
It does. It pays me a lot more than $2, but like.
And it's.
I could buy 2 burritos.
You can already buy 2. You could have.
Oh god, it's the sirens. They're coming for his job.
Yeah, they're coming. Well, until they come, I want to perform another song. I think that's fair, right?
Well, I'm gonna run and hide.
Okay, I'm not afraid.
Get out of here.
I'm not afraid because I didn't do it. So whatever's gonna happen, I'm gonna see if I can get them to do it to you and not to me. But until then, I'm gonna perform a concert from a car. Actually, this is one step up from our first concert when we played at an abandoned gas station and one person showed up. Thank you. All right. This time, leave the house music on, please. I need it as a backing track. If you could turn it up in studio, please, so I can play along with it. Thank you. We're fighting for the authorities. Following the rules. Do as the mom says. And stay in school. We're fighting for the authorities. Help the police. Don't do drugs. Wear pants. We're fighting for the authorities. Listen to Jesus. He's got the music. Fighting for the authorities. Fighting for the authorities. Fighting for the authorities. That's right.
There are 4 things, all
Alright,
in
we
the
get the
car.
house sounds turned down in the studio. Thank you. Alright, well. This is another song I wrote. We were 13 in the band. It's called Scratching Aluminum Foil Against Speakers, because that's what the song originally was. And then, yeah, so here we go. And that was Scratching Aluminum Foil Against Speakers, rearranged for banjo. Hold on. Now I've heard some banjo twanging. Now I've heard some banjo twanging. Did I hear some melodica? Our most famous. Actually, that was our most famous. That was our big hit. I got a new song coming up. Well, it's our most famous song. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down. I'm just tired. You know what? I'll be right back. Man, oh man, oh man, I'm glad to be out of that freaking car, sitting in my chair, Reading my news. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no! The major violation alert has come! Oh no, the director... Oh no, the director of HR is coming to talk to us, and they're bringing a melodica! Oh, no! Oh, whoa.
Hello!
I think that should be inside your head, horse.
I am Tic Tac, friend of the children.
Tic Tac, I thought we killed you.
I can never be killed.
We did it 4 times.
I have become the head of HR, Horse Relations for Houston Media Source.
Wait, Houston Media Source has a director of horse relations, but that horse also deals with human relations?
Yes, it is a multifaceted job that I hold.
Okay.
And you and Ryan are in serious violation of the policies of HMS.
Well, hold on. Let me be clear. While I'm willing to take partial responsibility because I'm the producer, I want to make it known I did not commit the major violation and was unaware of the sponsorship at the time and have documentation to prove my ignorance.
But do you represent the show?
Yes. Oh, come on.
There it is.
Oh, come on.
Introduction.
What?
Well, before I read off the list of serious injuries, I must be introduced.
You're Tic Tac, Director of Horse Relations.
Indeed, and I must relate to my fellow horses through the call.
I think you should put
of the horse.
I think you should pick your mic up and put it underneath your mask.
Have I not already done so?
No, it keeps falling out. You need to pick it up so people can just shove it under your skin, Tic Tac.
Well, very well then. How about in my mouth?
I don't think that's gonna pick it up. You have a weird mouth that we don't have, like...
How about now?
Not gagging.
Can I be heard?
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen at home, can you hear Tic Tac? All right then.
I'm sorry, I'm crying. I'm just so nervous. What are you gonna tell us?
Well, I'm going to tell you that your first and most grave violation was the one committed by Ryan just a few minutes ago.
That is true, and I'm willing to throw him under the bus entirely.
You must not use their power of the show to sell products for your own game, and you may not make calls to action.
Well, we can use the show to make money for ourselves. We're just not allowed to advertise.
Exactly, and that's what just happened.
Well, I know, but you said that we weren't allowed to make money at all, and I'm just trying to make it clear, like, if that's the policy now...
Tic Tac, friend of the children.
Oh, wow. Soundbite.
That was me. I record my own introductions sometimes.
Tic Tac, friend of the children.
Whoa, Tic Tac.
Coming up next, it's Tic Tac, friend of the children.
The next article is the very egregious error of cursing on air.
Okay, so we did that at least.
You did that 2 weeks ago.
I did it. Okay, James Comey did.
Live on air.
James Comey did. I can't.
Was it
control what
on
our
your show? Then you have been held responsible.
Okay, but all those other. So, how many other like? That's not the only time that we've said words we can't say before.
The F-bomb has been dropped at least 4 times.
Definitely, yeah, that was hilarious. I mean, no, oh, come on.
Now,
That
John.
was an accident.
John, I can see you're enjoying this.
I mean, it's kind of, we are a funny show. We did do some funny
This
stuff.
has nothing to do with humor. But it is pretty funny.
Yeah, so I don't understand.
I do enjoy your show.
So
But I am the head of human horse relations, and I must follow through with my duties.
Says who? I didn't even realize this
Says
position-
my boss. I work for the station.
Who's your boss? Name them by name.
Secretariat.
Damn it.
BoJack Horseman.
Those are just names of horses. I don't know if those are real.
Stubble Clydesfield.
Okay, yeah, no, that one I know. Yeah, okay, so
Stubble Clydesfield
you're
is a
talking people I've
very
never
powerful
even met
horse.
before. I've met everybody here.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so we've cursed on air sometimes.
Well,
and
I
Ryan,
just said you said the F-bomb 4 times.
that's once per season. That's not that bad considering how vulgar we are outside the show. And then the only other
The
time
S-bomb
we've
has been
broken the
dropped at
rule-
least 10 times.
Okay, so 10 times, 4 times, makes no difference. That it's just that and the one major violation that we just now got. I cannot.
No, it's not. I have more.
What? What?
That's right. Tic Tac is coming back. Cue the introduction.
Is that it? You just flip the screen and you just hover there?
That was my ode to sadness, for that is what your show will be. Sad.
I mean, our show is pretty sad. A lot of us have issues with, chronic issues with depression and low feelings and anxiety, so we kind of use the show as an outlet for that. I did especially. A lot of my bits were especially dark.
I was mostly referring to how much money this is going to cost you after all of the fines. Speaking of which, the next offense in my articles, cue me up, maestro.
Get ready, folks, for Tic Tac, friend of the children.
That's right. Your next offense is eating food in the studio. You did that every episode for at least 2 seasons.
Yeah, like a lot of our jokes were based on how funny it is when I eat stuff.
You ate a lemon.
I did a lot.
Now that one was the milder offense. That was pretty funny.
We had ninfas in the studio, but that was in the lobby.
Some dude named Ryan made burritos right over there.
We had burritos. I had a burrito in the studio.
You ate sauerkraut over a tarp.
Yeah.
You even had a whole Thanksgiving spread.
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving dinner here.
That was quite egregious.
Well, it was quite
Especially
delicious.
since I could eat like a horse and I was here the whole time and you didn't even invite me.
No, because we disliked you immensely the second we met you. We
Well,
thought
now
you
I
were
have a
funny.
position of power. Maestro, cue me up.
That would be a good Vaporwave album cover.
The next offense. Liquid in the studio.
I had some water for my voice.
Many people had water.
Friend of the
That was
children.
okay. That was my understanding. We never
Hold
had.
on.
Oh my, it's Tic Tac, friend of the children.
Tic Tac, are you trying to also like audition for a side
What?
gig? It's like a
No,
voice
I would
actor?
never. I would never bring my voice reels to the
Tic
studio.
Tac, how much time do we have left?
All the time we need to incriminate you.
Okay, because I still have one more song I'm supposed to play.
Let's see, what other offenses have you fools committed? Finally, and most importantly, you and your crew have committed the offense of breaking my horsey heart.
Well, that I don't feel bad about at all. I hate you. I have personally murdered you at least 2 times, I think. You know what, Tic Tac? You know how I'm gonna get out of this? I'm gonna murder you again! Boom!
No! No!
Boom!
Maestro Cool music is the only thing that can save me!
Ah!
Play the rest of my reel! I
Oh no! Whoa! Tic Tac, you didn't go down at all.
want to be high! No, I did not.
Oh no!
I am a big, strong horse who can defend himself.
It looks like I can't get out of this by murdering you.
No, you can't.
Well,
You are going to be shut off. Run off the air. You will be fined $2.
well,
If
we'll
you
have
do
it.
not pay,
I
you will
have,
be shut off.
I have it. Let me see how much money I have. You can just make this go away with money.
You can't make it go away for money.
I have $1
Mm-hmm.
and 75 cents.
Hmm,
You take an IOU for 25 cents?
maybe.
Well, I guess the show's being canceled next week, so
Maestro, play my last clip.
if you want to come on the show, you better do it next week. We're gonna let you do come on the show. In all seriousness, it is our last episode. It's the Serious Finale Space City Chronicles. We're ending it. We got Bernie Pink, but we also got room for anyone who's ever been on the show or wants to be on the show. Come on the show. We'll let you do whatever the hell you want. Seriously, because we're leaving. It's not gonna matter if you break the rules. Please don't break the ruls. But you want to do whatever. We're not gonna be around tomorrow for the consequences. So just come on. Just come on. We don't have anything planned yet.
Gentlemen,
If you want to
Tic-tac,
do something
friend
strange,
of the
this is
children.
your absolute last chance to do it for a while because we don't know if we're coming back as a live show ever. And not just saying. There, look, I'm gonna take my shirt off. I like doing that. Oh wait.
It looks like my work here is done.
Well, it turns out it wasn't 8:58, it was 8:50. So I made that announcement, but still, the show's been canceled.
The show has been canceled. Tic Tac has had his revenge.
But you know what, Tic Tac? I realized that we've been
Get
very
ready,
unkind
folks,
to you.
for Tic Tac, friend of the children.
And none of the rest of the crew is around to say it right now, but I want to personally apologize for all the times we caused you horsey harm.
Really?
The times we broke your heart.
Really?
I want to offer you a head shake.
Oh.
Ha! What? Go down, damn it! Go down! He won't go down! I just can't lift him. I can't.
You have damaged the expensive studio equipment. That's another offense.
Well-
I forgot about that one.
Oh man. And I've assaulted the director of Human Horse Relations twice.
You have to pay for emotional trauma and also the lavaliers you damaged over these 4 years.
Well, they've got new ones. And we did say sorry. Well,
That's true.
Hey Ruth, who are our guests?
Oh my god.
Well, I hate to be around you, so I'm going to leave now.
yeah, I thought I could kill you. I really
No,
did.
no. Goodbye forever.
Good riddance. Cancel our
I said goodbye forever.
Goodbye, Tic Tac. Go away now. I still have the air till next
Ladies and
week.
gentlemen.
Goodbye, Tic Tac. This is just badly out of tune now. That's fine. Well, I made an announcement. It's the real announcement. Next week is our last sode. For a while, we're gonna put up some of our old stuff on YouTube. Let it go where it goes. We'll come back in the spring, in the summer, this fall, whatever. Some stuff. Or we may come back sooner. Who knows?
Hey John,
Hey,
there's
Ryan.
a horse.
You
in the
know,
lobby.
Ryan?
He looked pretty.
Ryan?
He looked pretty beaten up and abused.
Ryan?
What did you do to him?
Ryan?
Yes.
I did a number on Tic Tac, Director of Human Horse Relations.
Of the studio?
Yes.
Why?
Because I thought I could kill him just as easily as we killed him the other times, but apparently he meant it when he said he was immortal.
I don't know what you're talking about, killing him. Were these the episodes that I wasn't here?
You never met Tic Tac formally. You always heard about him, but you remember we used to kill him all the time, right? I used to tell you about all the horse murder.
No, you did not tell me about that. You just said a nice horse dropped by, and then he left.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, well, there was the horse was called Tic Tac, friend of the children, and he was like a weird, like, horse. And
Wait,
we
John,
killed it.
just answer me one question. When you killed him, were you filled with sweet relief?
Yeah.
Okay, well then it's fine.
Duh. Every time it got better, too. Well, so your little major violation,
Yeah.
which you didn't even have the temerity to stick around to hear, you just sort of skipped town to see.
I did. I vamoosed. I skedaddled.
Yeah, well, guess who got to absorb the punishment?
Not you. You beat up a horse.
No, I was trying to get out of my punishment by beating up the horse. It was very poor decision making. Very poor.
Wait, so what's happening?
Well, we're being canceled, even though next week was our last episode anyway.
Do we still do next week's episode?
Yeah, we're still doing next week's episode.
Oh, so nothing matters.
That's one way of looking at it.
That's the way I'm gonna look at it.
But we could have ended the episode, the season, the series, the show, on good terms with HMS, but instead I assaulted their director of human horse relations, who's immortal, is probably going to make the rest of my short life very miserable. And you are just sitting here stretching your neck because you're thinking about going to bed later and you don't want a crick in your neck.
I certainly don't.
And that's what's more important to you right now than the bridge you have burned.
Well, yeah. In about 4 minutes, I have to turn the internet off and go read a book.
You have burned the most reliably unburnable bridge in my life. The relationship I had with HMS was golden, and then you ruined it, and you don't care.
I got $2.
Our fee was $2, and had you stayed, you could have handed over the $2, and it could have essentially paid for itself. You instead left me where I had $1.75. You could have
John,
even just.
I don't have that $2. I went and bought some.
It
I
doesn't.
went and bought some Cheetos from the vending machine.
Those Cheetos don't cost $2. You still
Sure
have.
they do if you bought 2 bags of them.
That's still not even $2.
I've got some change in my pocket.
It's not enough at this point because I've added to our fee most certainly. Like I have my part to play in this too.
I see.
Tic Tac went over some of my violations.
Yes.
I dropped the F-bomb at least 4 times.
I remember that.
It was funny, right?
It was.
I don't get what his problem is.
He's a horse.
Of course.
Of course he's a horse.
Of course.
Well, I've got 83 cents. Will that help?
That would have been perfect. $2. I have $1.75. I would only need 25 cents.
Oh well. You wanna play this out?
Yeah.
All right, folks, call in. Not now.
Don't call.
But call in next week.
You won't get another chance because we're being replaced by someone who may not take calls.
Tune in for Bernie Pink, excellent band. Tune in to call in, complain about us, complain on our behalf, whatever you want to call in about.
If you've ever wanted to tell someone you have a crush on them live on the air, it's your last opportunity.
Perfect opportunity.
You know what? If you ever have had a crush on any of us and want to get it off your chest, perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily, strictly speaking, like saying that it's gonna come to anything, but you can get it off your chest.
So call it next week and then never after.
All right. So this is the last song. That I'll ever perform on live TV.
Wow.
Better make it a good one.
Or not.
Doesn't matter.
I like the last one.
The last
That
one?
one's pretty good.
Which one was that? Fighting for the Authorities or Aluminum Scraping Against Speakers?
Aluminum scraping and speakers.
That was one of my favorites. It's inspired by Metal Machine Music by Lou Reed. You know that album?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
full of metal machine music.
Yeah, that's literally what it was.
It describes exactly what it is, and that's what another thing that I like about music is when the album.
longer entertainers, we're producers. Studio executives, no longer small business owners, we're CEOs. Mr. T. Rap and hip hop were counterculture. Mr. T. 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 Main black here on TV was Mr. T. Was Mr. T. On TV was Mr. T. Was Mr. T. Rap and hip hop were counterculture. Beyonce runs the world. Entertainers were producers. We're no longer entertainers, we're producers. Studio executives, we're no longer entertainers, we're producers. We're no longer entertainers, we're producers. We're no longer entertainers, we're producers. Studio executives, no longer small business owners, we're CEOs. Mayors, representatives, presidents of the United States.
5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7,
I am not
8.
saying gaps.
Next, take your redstone torch
Presidents of the United Mayors, representatives,
and
CEOs.
put it right there.
We're no longer entertainers,
And put
we're
it right
producers. Studio executives, no longer
Like
small
that.
business, we're producers. Studio executives,
Then
we're
break
no longer
this
entertainers,
block
we're producers.
right there.
Rap and hip hop,
And put a redstone
counterculture.
right there. And now when you look down, it should be
Mr.
doing
T.
that, and that's completely normal.
was Mr. T.
Next, take your redstone dust
Mr.
once
T.
more and put it right there. Not
And
there, but take
We're no longer
actually
entertainers,
take
we're
your note block
producers.
and put it right
And
there.
Beyonce runs the world.
Then take your redstone and put it right
Underground.
there. Not there.
Rap and hip hop,
Right
Mr.
there.
T.
Right there. It should be
Rap
doing
and hip hop.
that. Now
We're
take your
producers.
lever and place it
We're
there.
no longer entertainers, we're producers.
Now tap
Pop.
on the note block 6
kinda-
times. No, not 6, but how much you want it. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Rap and
5,
hip hop
6,
were
7.
counterculture.
I'm going to be doing 7.
The main
But
black
you
here on
can
TV
do 7 to 12
was Mr. T.
taps. Then take your end
Rap
rod.
and hip
I
hop.
forgot.
Now Shonda Rhimes
You're gonna
owns
need an
Thursday
end rod,
night.
So I'll be waiting for you to get it.
We're no longer entertainers, we're
Oh, did you
producers.
do it now? Sweet. Now take your end rod
Studio
and put it
executive.
there,
We're no
there,
longer entertainers, we're
there.
producers.
and there.
We're no longer entertainers, we're
Then
producers.
take your block of iron and put one
We're
right
no
on top
longer
of the end
entertainers,
rod.
we're producers.
And then
Studio.
do
We're no
7
longer entertainers,
more
we're
blocks
producers.
like this. 1, 2,
We're no longer entertainers,
3,
we're
4,
producers.
5, 6, 7. Now one more block of right there, and right there, and break that, and boom! There we have it, the working tornado siren. Now let's see how loud it is. About... Wow, right here, that's pretty loud. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this how-to video. And if you did, you gotta hit that subscribe button, and I'll be doing more of these how-to Minecraft vids. So bye guys, I will see ya next time.
It was chaotic in here. It felt chaotic in here, and then that made it more chaotic. Like, we started the episode off with just bullshit, and then by the end, we went to like bullshit. Yep. It was definitely one of the
Once I'm done with this round of school, I'm so excited to have summer because I've learned not only one really like serious professional editing software, but two. And actually, John, if you end up getting a computer at any point, don't get. I think I'm gonna cancel Adobe. Actually, I would like to tell you today about DaVinci Resolve. It's not just a carpet stain remover anymore.
It started as that though?
DaVinci Resolve. This like makes you look taller.
Evolved from DaVinci Resolve.
Because it.
Yeah, because of the way the effect is, you're splitting the three different sections.
Yeah.
And are you saying that DaVinci Resolve? John's in DaVinci Resolve.
Say it again, Ryan.
Are you saying that DaVinci Dissolve evolved into DaVinci Resolve?
That's right, my friend. DaVinci Resolve evolve into DaVinci Dissolve Revolver.
Leave that one mic on.
I am the Revolverus.
Yeah, I'll the lab still on?
No, I'm packing it up.
Oh, that's fine.
I had fun recording those.
I really liked those, but I was keeping it cool for the show.
You know what? Actually, I found.
Like my Louis Armstrong one.
Yes.
I found some of your guitar stickers. Yeah. Those are good. We gotta use those more. For one more episode.
Use those. Yeah, use them all next week.
Yep.
Just
No, it's gonna be chaotic.
do not hold back next week. Do not hold back.